Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna show you guys how I set up my bullet journal right now for like in a regular week, because I haven't made a video about it yet, but I do like take the time to make a new little spread, weekly spread every week. It's pretty basic, but that's okay, you know? It doesn't really matter how it looks as long as it works for you. And this is what's been working for me. So, I'll show you guys. So this is what my weekly spreads look like. I just do like a box for every day. Events go in the top. Tasks go on the bottom. So like events are things that like have to happen that day or happen at a certain time. And tasks, the rest are just like things I should get done that day, but they could probably go to the next day, or like they could happen at any time, stuff like that. And then the middle section and the bottom I just keep empty for notes, and sometimes I just need to like, you know, jot a thought down or whatever. But today, since I'm making this spread for after Thanksgiving, I've decided that it's officially winter. So I'm gonna pick out some new colors because I have been using, eraser. I have been using these fall colors right now. These are Crayola Super Tips, and this is a mild liner, a zebra mild liner. And I have been using these, but for the next probably couple months, I want to go to a more wintry theme rather than fall. So I think I'm going to find some like blues or maybe purples to use. So I have all of, this is my mild liners and my super tips that I brought with me to college. I have another huge pack of super tips at home. I have like the 50 pack, I think, and I just brought the 20 with me, I want to say. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. First pick out the colors, and then I'll show you guys how I make the spread. The problem is that I only have one camera, and that camera is my phone. So camera's gonna be in the same spot the whole time. So yeah, let's do colors first. I have this lovely pen test page in the back. This is the Scribbles That Matter notebook. It is, I guess it's like 154 pages, and the paper is 160 GSM, which, if you know about bullet journaling, that's pretty thick paper, so I use it because the markers don't ever bleed through. First thing I'm going to do is just pull out all of the colors that I think are kind of wintry, which is basically going to be anything in like a cool toned purple, pink, or blue. I'm setting up this weekly spread a lot earlier than I normally would, but this weekend I'm traveling, so yeah, I'm not gonna have time. Okay, now we have like a lot of colors, and typically for a theme I do, so for this one I have like 2 darks, 2 lights, and a bright, I guess you would say. I'm just gonna like do them again. So I have like a muted dark, a brighter dark, a bright, although this isn't extremely bright, and then I guess kind of like a muted light, and then a very light color. So that's what I'm saying right now. Muted dark, brighter dark, bright, darker light, and very light. So I think I'm just gonna place these other colors like where they would be on that scale. Oh gosh. And then I'll decide like which combination I want to keep. Assuming this will go over here. See, that's pretty bright, so actually it probably will not go over there. I don't know if I've used this color before. It's kind of pretty. A little bit brighter than I normally would use though, so. And this one is really bright. Not a lot of these are really screaming winter at me. Probably because a lot of them seem very bright. This one is very muted. That one might be good. Well, how's everyone? How's your week been? Tell me if you bullet journal, because I know a lot of people do. Well, not a lot, I guess, but I have seen stuff every once in a while. A video pops up on my like YouTube homepage that's like why I stopped bullet journaling and why you should too, and I'm like, interesting. I've never actually watched one. But I know a lot of the reasons that people have for stopping is because, like, they feel like they're just doing it to, like, look aesthetic, and it's, like, hard to set up their bullet journal spreads, and it takes a lot of mental energy and all this stuff. But, like, that's very much not the case for me, because I don't have all these elaborate themes, and I do the same spread every week right now. Like, maybe that'll change over the summer when I have more time, but like right now it's very easy for me to, you know, just pick some colors and then I just make my spread every week. Okay, I'm going through the colors and deciding which ones I absolutely do not think should go on here. All of the super tips other than the light purple were very, very bright. This is reminding me, I did probably like a year and a couple months ago for September, maybe even 2 years ago. For September, I did like a web page type theme, like I did an actual theme. And it was right after I had gotten my first set of super tips and mild liners. When I got those, I also started using a ruler in my spreads, and they were so, like, that month is probably my proudest, the best month I've done, other than I did an avatar theme. I'll see if I can like find some of these pictures and put them up, because some of them are good. I think the September webpage theme was inspired by Amanda Rachel Lee, I think. Yeah, that one I was super proud of, and it looked so good, but I was using all of these like mild purples for that, and like magenta type colors. Okay, I think I know what the theme is gonna be. I'll draw it out and you guys tell me if it's good, even though I'm gonna be making this spread before you can tell me, but you could tell me anyway, okay? Tell me if you think I made a good decision. Ooh, see, now I already think I made a bad decision. I'm gonna take that one off. And I think I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, I think this will be fine now. I think it'll be good. Oh God. In band, it was my junior year. I had to think about that for a while. My junior year, we played this song called Children's March, and it was like 8 pages long, and everyone hated it. And it was like impossible to get out of your head once it was stuck in your head. And I'm like finding myself singing it in my head right now. Anyone who I know who watches this video is going to like yell at me for that. Because that was like a time. Okay, these are the colors I picked. They're right here. Not the purple. I decided that was too similar to that. So I have, this is this. I don't know if these have colors. Yeah. Okay, so the lavender mild liner. These don't have colors, but it's the basic like dark blue Crayola super tip. And then the dark blue mild liner, it doesn't look dark blue at all. It's rather light, as you can see. And then this one is the violet mild liner, the next lighter purple. And then this is like the light pink Crayola super tip, which is at the end. It's very, very light. So those are the colors that I think I'm going to use for the winter. And then all I really have to do is like draw out my grids. I used to draw them with pencil and then go over them, but I kind of went past that because then you have to erase the pencil anyway. I was using like a medium color for the blocks in this one, and then a darker color for the titles. So I think I'm going to use this one for the blocks. The dark blue that's not dark blue. So I'll kind of tell you guys what I am doing. I take, each of my boxes are 8 squares wide. This is, I think it's an A5 notebook. So I make them so they're centered on the page. And I don't know how many squares long they are, but they are, they start 2 down from the top, and then they go until the midline. And then all I do is connect them across the top. You know, so you have some nice boxes. And then I draw one under on the left for Tuesday. So that one starts 2 below the midline and goes all the way to the bottom set of grid lines. So it's like that. And then I do the mirror image on the other side. And this is very, because I do it for every single spread, I can also just like flip back to the page before and see what it looks like. I don't have to think about any of the like math, making sure it's even, anything like that, because I've already done it so many times. All right, so now we have the boxes on the whole page. Oh, I also have to add my line 5 lines down from the top of every box, except for the very last box in the bottom right corner. I do a line, 5 lines down, and that's to split between my events and my tasks. So I do it so it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then this is next week's tasks that I need to put in my next week spread. Next thing I do is write the day and the number of the day on it. So Monday is going to be the 28th. Yeah. This is probably the most boring bullet journaling video you've ever seen. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All right, so Thursday will be the 1st of December. Exciting. Friday 2nd. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Literally, this is crazy to me. I'm going home for Thanksgiving tomorrow, but in a month from today, I will be home for Christmas break. Like, Christmas is in, what, 32 days? That's insane. Anyways, then I'll write next week above the last little box. So that's the very basic setup. And then I have been, you can see I've been drawing some like little leaves. I'll do this, like write the month under there because I appreciate that. I have been doing it in the same color as the words, but I think I want to change it up. So I think I'm going to do it in this, like, in the darker purple, which is the lavender. So I'm just going to write November 28th to December 4th. And I just draw a little line across the bottom. Box is in my notes really nice, and now it looks like this. This is so silly. All right. Next thing I do is, you can see it on these, but I write my events. These are, I typically do my classes, and then I highlight them like that with a different color. And then regular events, I just write in like pencil with boxes so I can cross them off. But I'll write my schedule. Thursday is my busiest day. I have 4 classes. Oh my gosh. I just realized my deadline for a big group project that I have is literally in a week and a half. It's a little scary. Okay. I'm gonna highlight in the light pink my classes because that's a nice contrast. Okay, so now we have this. I also added my couple days a week that I work. And then I'm gonna look at my next week section that is from this week and add all of that stuff. You know, I put it there so I can write it down and I don't forget about it. There wasn't much in there this time, which is nice. And then I also have, take a look at this one, by the way. This is before I started using 2 whole pages for a week, so it was packed and I have all these random lists. But this little list right here, it's probably mirrored, which is so lovely. But it is all of the things that I have to do like every week. So like I have a math quiz that I have to do online every Friday, and like I have a presentation every Thursday, so I practice it every Wednesday, like stuff like that. So I put that on here just so I don't forget about it. Some of these tasks have already like phased out already because we're getting so close to the end of the semester that I just don't have to do them anymore, which is also really nice. All right, so this is what it looks like now. There's just a few new tasks written in. I typically would check my Google Calendar to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, but that is on my phone, which I'm recording on. So I'll do that after I finish recording. That's basically it. It's not, yeah, so as you can see, it's not super complicated. I do also do, you know, a new week in this little book, but that's just a little bit of writing. It takes me like 5 minutes, not even. and I can go into more detail about that in a different video if you guys want me to. But yeah, this bullet journal is nearly done. I only have, after that week of the beginning of December, I have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more weeks, which I'm asking for a new bullet journal. Gosh. I'm asking for a new bullet journal for Christmas. So this one will last me until Christmas. And maybe I'll do a little like wrap up page at the end or something, because this bullet journal is the same one that I've been using since May of 2021. Which, by the way, look what I was doing back in May of 2021. This very cute theme. I started A Year in Pixels. I never remembered to do it. That's why I have this separate book. Because if something is back here at the beginning of the notebook, I don't remember it. Ever. Last year, I was so busy all the time that I'm gonna find a page that shows you what was going on. So here's something. For a while I was doing this double, so this is literally 2 weeks in high school. I don't know how I didn't have more homework, to be honest. But then I started doing it just one, like this. You can see, so this is 1 week with room for notes. But I wasn't using any markers, any pens, anything like that. And at the beginning of every month, I was literally just printing a calendar and taping it in, because I would have to give my boss for work my calendar. So I would just print 2 copies of the monthly calendar, like from Google, write on my copy everything that I had going on that month, and then write on a copy to give to him my availability. And I would just do that every month and then tape my copy into my bullet journal so I could see what was going on. Actually, I'll show you this because I think it's funny. Where is this list? Here it is. This list. I'll tell you a little story so you can learn from my mistakes. I took AP Calc AB when I was a junior. And when I was a senior, obviously, I was like, well, I want to keep taking math because, you know, I'm in engineering school. I needed to keep taking math. And they were like, well, you can either take math at the local college, you know, it's like a 20-minute drive, or you can do online math. And I even could have taken math at the university the year before for calc, but I was in sports after school, I was in band stuff before school, so I didn't have time to take all that time out of my schedule to go take classes at a university. So I was like, I'll do online, whatever, for my senior year. So I took AP Calc BC online, and first semester I was pretty good about getting things done on time. But second semester, I was terrible. I did like 2 units in the first like 3 or 4 months. And then it got to like mid-April, and my guidance counselors were like, Elsa, you're so behind. Like, we're gonna have to give you an F if you don't get more work done. And this is me who's always been, like, this is not me bragging. I've always been considered like smart by the rest of my classmates. You know, like, everyone figured I would go to a good college or whatever. Like, I got good grades in class, all of that. So this is unheard of, that the guidance counselors were like, we're gonna have to give you an F if you don't get some of your work done. And I was in track at the time, so when they like initially told me, they emailed me and my mom this, and my mom is one of the track coaches at my high school, and she was like, you're gonna stay home from the meet today and get work done. So that day I stayed home from the track meet, and I worked for like 8 hours straight on math, and I did get a lot done. But yeah, so the last like month and a half of my senior year I was scrambling. Plus I had to like write a speech for graduation. We had this year-long senior project that I had to finish up and do my presentation for, which was like a 15-minute presentation. I had like band stuff, I had solo ensemble, we had our last concert, and then of course, you know, actual graduation and like graduation parties and all that. So, and on top of that, I still hadn't decided where I was gonna go for college by like mid-April. So I had so much stuff, and I wrote this list and I printed it, and it's so long, and I like split it up by week of like these tasks that I needed to get done each week. One of the things on here is my prom outfit. Like, I didn't know April 16th what I was gonna wear for prom, which was May 7th. That was the worst procrastination of my life. So anyways, yeah, but I made that list. That was a long story to show you a single thing in my bullet journal, but yeah. One thing that I really like about bullet journaling, and I know you can get this from other forms of journaling or planners or whatever as well, but I really like in bullet journaling that I can look back on it and see everything that I've been working on, all of my previous deadlines, all of the things that I was worried about, that I was like writing notes about in the margins. And it's so nice to see like everything that I accomplished, and like everything that I thought wouldn't happen or I wouldn't be able to do, and now I've done it. So yeah, it is really nice, I think. I would encourage everyone to bullet journal, even if it's just like simple, you know. I think it's nice. All right, so thank you for sticking around and watching me draw in my notebook. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble once again. If you would like to listen to me talk some more, you can check out my channel, subscribe, watch some of my other videos. I have a good amount, guys. I started this channel a couple months ago, and it's doing pretty well. So I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.